Best Smartwatch for Hiking 2023. Looking for the best GPS watches for hiking to take on your next trip? A watch that maybe has built-in maps, GPS navigation, a barometer, an altimeter, and more. A watch that can not only tell you where you are but track your movements, alert you to the changing weather, tell you your altitude, and lastly tell you the time. Number 1. Baro's Vertix 2. If you want to have an athletic watch that looks tough, is tough, and has exceptional battery life, then the Baro's Vertix 2 is for you. In fact, the battery life on this watch is so good it is for that reason alone that this makes a great watch for hiking and backpacking. Imagine being able to go for a week-long backpacking trip and use the GPS and all the features to track your progress and still have some battery left when you come home. That is what makes the Baro's Vertix 2 such a great watch for backpacking. The Baro's Vertix 2 might have every feature that you could want, but the offline color maps paired with the accurate GPS makes this the best navigation watch. Add to that the atmospheric altimeter, compass, barometer, heart rate monitor, and offline music on the watch make it up there with the best of the best in this review. I like the very large watch face size, which makes it possible for my failing eyes to see everything as clearly as possible. But not everyone will like this very masculine-looking watch. Despite the size, it is not the heaviest watch in this review and has the highest quality sapphire glass and titanium bezel. Number 2. Garmin Instinct 2 Solar. The Garmin Instinct 2 Solar is a recent upgrade from the Instinct Solar, which now features exceptional battery life. In recent years, Suunto had the battery life, but now Garmin is back with a much better battery life for their hiking watches. Not only does it have up to 28 days in smartwatch mode, but with the Solar Edition, it can have up to unlimited battery life when solar charging the watch. Add to that, it can also be up to unlimited when using the GPS in expedition mode, and you have some of the best battery life of any watch in this review. It has all the standard ABC watch features and more, such as barometer, altimeter, compass, thermometer, weather, GPS, tracking, heart rate monitor, and more. It also has many smartphone features such as pairing with Apple and Android phones, sleep tracking, and Google Pay. The only thing it doesn't have is the ability to store and play music. There are almost too many functions and features to list on this multisport GPS watch, and it links with the Garmin Connect app. Number 3. Garmin Fenix 7X Solar. The Garmin Fenix 7 Solar is the top-of-the-range Garmin watch that comes with everything and more, including the premium price tag. There is little to separate the Garmin Fenix 7 Solar from the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar or even the Garmin Enduro. The main difference is the ability to store and play music through the phone. All that for about $500 more than the Instinct 2 Solar. Not only does it have up to 28 days in smartwatch mode, but with the Solar Edition, it can have up to unlimited battery life. Add to that, it can also be up to unlimited when using the GPS in expedition mode. The Garmin Fenix 7X Solar has all the standard ABC watch features and more, such as altitude, barometer, compass, thermometer, weather, GPS, tracking, heart rate monitor, and more. It also has many smartphone features such as sleep tracking, pairing with Apple and Android phones, and Google Pay. There are so many features and functions on this multisport GPS watch that it is difficult to list them all in this review. Oh, and did I mention that it comes with over 42,000 golf courses preloaded? Overall, the Garmin Fenix 7 Solar is the best GPS watch on the market in 2023. The only thing stopping it from being better than the Instinct 2 Solar is the high price. Still, it is the best, especially if you upgrade to the Sapphire version. Number 4. Suunto 9 Baro. The Suunto 9 Baro is one of the best GPS watches on the market at the moment. Until recently, all the other brands and watches were playing catch up to this watch. If you're looking for the best hiking watch that you don't have to charge up every night, this could be the watch for you. Like some of the top-of-the-range Suunto watches, it features intelligent battery modes. When you start recording your hike or backpacking trip, it will tell you how much battery you have left, and if it's not long enough, you can simply switch to another mode that uses less battery, and it can deliver between 25 and 120 hours of run time, even with GPS turned on. The other great thing about Suunto 9 Baro is that it comes with an integrated barometer. This will measure barometric pressure to give you your current altitude. The barometric altimeter data gets merged with the GPS data for an even more accurate reading of your altitude. It can also be used to predict changes in the weather. Number 5. Suunto 7. I love the GPS functionality of the Suunto 7. You get a crystal clear map of your surroundings, all in full color. And it's also a fitness tracker, So in addition to tracking your distance via GPS, it can also track your number of steps. And, thanks to the wrist heart rate sensor, you also get a more accurate reading of calories burned during your hike than you would get by estimating by distance wide. It's also a smartwatch, which means that you can pair it with your smartphone to receive incoming calls and send messages right on your wrist. You can also use it to play music, with or without internet connectivity. And when you're back from your hike, you can use it to pay for items via Google Pay. The battery life is more than long enough. It will last 12 whole hours in GPS mode, so you can hike all day long before recharging. But in battery saver mode it will last up to 40 days. Overall, this is the best GPS smartwatch for backpacking on the market at the moment. Number 6. Suunto Core. Rather than featuring GPS, instead, the Suunto Core offers more traditional navigational tools, so you get to explore the great outdoors old school style. It's got the full ABC, altimeter, barometer, and compass, and will display your data on an easy-to-read graphic, so you can easily find your way back to waypoints by knowing which way is north, telling how high up you are, and keeping a beady eye to watch out for changes in the weather conditions. And speaking of weather conditions, it can really hold up to the rain. It can even take being submerged in water. You can even wear it snorkeling, and because there's no integrated GPS or smartwatch functionality to drain the battery on the Suunto Core will last a remarkably long time, coming in at up to a staggering 12 months. The battery is replaceable and not rechargeable like the other watches in this review. Overall, the Suunto Core is one of the more affordable watches that made our shortlist and the best budget hiking watch. Number 7. Garmin Forerunner 945. The Garmin Forerunner 945 is a solid performer as a hiking watch. This watch is marketed as a premium running and triathlon sports watch, but the features which make it so well equipped for this are also the ones that make for a good hiking watch. First off, coming from Garmin, you know it's going to be great for GPS, and it provides you with full color maps, so you can see exactly where you are as you hike. Secondly, it also has great fitness tracker functionality, including elusive VO2 max monitoring, enabling you to accurately track your training load, recovery time, and aerobic and anaerobic status. It also is able to use the Garmin Connect app. It's also a smartwatch, so you can pair it with your phone for all your smart notifications. And it works with a range of different apps to play music, where you can not only stream your favorite tunes but also download them so you can listen to them offline as you hike.